Oh man, look at my hands are trembling. That was going to be one of the most intense races I think I've ever had.
All right, guys, welcome to Spa for week 6 of the Ferrari Challenge here in iRacing, starting from 4th on the grid today, around about the same pace as the top 10 or so in this race. So it's going to be a very interesting race. I think it's been chaos this week in the Ferrari Challenge. I think this is about my 12th attempt at a race. We might do a separate video about that later on, I think, but just going to focus on getting the job done today, hopefully survive the first lap. I've got a feeling Fabian out front here is going to bunch people up a bit. We're okay. Okay, we're off.
Go, nail it.
Clear on the outside. All right, we're
okay,
clear.
Well, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Try to get the power down without traction control. Any little bit of traction control there and you pay for it all the way down the straight. Whoa. Cold tyres on lap 1. Okay, we've got a decent gap behind us. We don't need to worry about any dive bombs, I don't think. Let's just focus on these lead guys. I'm getting some heat into these tyres. That's an off track for sure. Just trying to juggle the gears to get the power down as efficiently as possible. Okay. Crank it down to 50.5 for the last and first turns, taking a leaf out of Dave Cam's book this week. Seems to be working well for me. It probably doesn't actually make any difference at my skill level, to be honest, but it feels good. And I can blame him if something goes wrong. All right, struggling to stay with these guys. Not too much traction control, we're okay. Just falling off the back of them a little bit. I wasn't sure how my race pace would stack up. I've been really quick in qualifying here, but then a lot slower in the race, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Usually it's the opposite, but anyway, it is what it is. Still just keeping an eye on Greg behind me as well. He's still within range. Back down to 50.5 again. Greg's down to 1 second behind me. Oh, he's definitely catching.
218.35. The car in front has just posted a 218.38. The guy behind has just done a 218.46.
Oh, these guys are definitely faster than me.
Okay, Will, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
I thought I was about equal with them on pace based on qualifying, but apparently not. Oh, we'll give it our best shot. See if we can hold off Greg. He's within slipstream range now.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 0.7.
I don't know how they're not getting off tracks there, or maybe they are.
P4.
Now Greg is going to be all over me. He probably won't catch me for the final chicane, but he's going to be all over me through Eau Rouge and down Kemmel on the next lap, I think. Tried to back him up a little bit there. Slowed a little bit excessively on the apex just to try and make him have to back up as well and hope that it would give me a bit of a gap. Don't think it's going to work though. He's all over me as suspected. Cover the inside line.
The fuel is fine. Lewis.
Car left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
He's going to get a good exit now.
Car right. Clear right. Car left. Clear left.
Get the power down, come on. Gonna try and keep him behind me. Oh, it's a good battle though. All right, what you gonna do, Greg? What you gonna do?
Left side. Clear left.
Oh, traction control. Where is he? I can't see him. Must be on my left side.
Car in front is blue.
On your left. Still there. Clear left.
I knew he was there. I couldn't see him. I didn't get the call, but I knew he was there because I couldn't see him in my mirror. Now he's going to be right alongside me this time. He actually had to slow up a little bit through our rouge there. Here he comes. Oh, two of them this
Car
time.
left. Still there. Clear left.
Relax, focus, keep it smooth. Okay, Will, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Watch the exit. Cover the inside.
On your left. Still there.
Oh, a little bit of contact there.
Clear left.
A little bit of a rub. It was a 0x. Pushed him back into the other guys though, so he's going to have to be defensive now as well.
Push now, the guy behind is catching.
I'm pushing Jim.
Use all the track, force him to find the gap.
Okay, got a bigger gap than we had previous lap. He's backed into the other traffic now, which is exactly what I wanted. Tried to go around the outside of me, which probably wasn't the smartest move. If he tucked him behind, he would have had me.
Car left. Clear left.
Oh, he's back right up now.
The gap to blue ahead is increasing. It's now 4.1. That last lap was at 220.60.
All right, fast exit. They're all bunched up behind me now. A 1.2 second gap, so they're just out of slipstream. So this is where I'm
The guy
going to make
behind's
it count.
catching. The gap's now 0.9.
Got to make it count here.
There's an incident in turn 9. Looks like it's blue.
Up to third. Okay, Steve's got a break from the field now.
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Watch the bump. 1 second gap. Overheating my front right. Okay, just got to hold on for one more lap. Woo! He's just in slipstream range. Alright, got to keep him behind down the straight.
Last lap, looking good for a podium. P3. Your last lap time was 2:20.01.
Oh, a little bit of wheel spin there. He's close. He's real close. Oh dear. Come on. Gaining.
Okay, well, you've used half your fuel.
Sliding everywhere, overheating the tyres again. He's going to have me down that back straight if I'm not careful. Okay, got to get a good exit. Okay, come on. Come on. You can do this, you can do this.
Left side. Clear left.
Woo! Yes! That feels like a win. What a race.
Well
Man.
done, decent drive.
Oh, after the week that we've had. Oh, I kept on saying one more race, one more race. If I do one more race, I'll get a good one. If I do one more race, I'll get a good one. Finally got a good one. That was awesome. All right, let's have a look at the replay. See how the hell I managed to hold those guys off that were a lot quicker than me, and then we'll have a look at the results. Man, that was fun. Oh, oh.
Oh man, look at my hands are trembling. That was going to be one of the most intense races I think I've ever had. Look, this is. I just wanted to take a moment before we jump into the replay here because this week has been incredibly frustrating in iRacing. It's been, I think this is about my 12th, 13th, maybe 14th race that I've done just trying to get a good race here. And, you know, that is the reality of a lot of these weekly races in iRacing. And I think a lot of the time you guys watching these videos need to be reminded of that because you watch guys like me, you watch guys like Dave Cam, who's obviously a lot faster than me. And, you know, we do tend to upload our best races. And what you don't realize is that we do have to record a lot of other attempts in the background. And, you know, the aim isn't to try and present, well, at least for me, and I'm sure for Dave as well, you know, we're not trying to present ourselves in the best possible light. What we're trying to do is provide the most entertaining videos for you guys. So I'm not posting this video because it was a good result. And I mean, I actually had a couple of wins. I had a second and I think 2 wins as well this week. But you know, they weren't particularly exciting races, so I'm going to post this one up. And I might even include some highlights and lowlights from the week as well in another video. But I just wanted to say, remember guys, that, you know, regardless of your pace, whether you're faster than me, slower than me, or, you know, whether you're watching these videos to learn, everybody has bad weeks, everybody has bad races, and it's perfectly normal. And what I can tell you is that when you have those bad experiences, it really makes you appreciate the good ones so much more, because I've been so frustrated. Like, I've nearly thrown in the towel so many times this week. You know, he said to Tom as well, you know, oh, I'm not going to bother with the video this week for iRacing because I'm just so frustrated. I'm just not enjoying it. And I was literally up all night last night trying to record a race. I stayed up, started recording at the 9:45 p.m. race here in Australia, and then I stopped at 7:45 this morning. So yeah, it was an all-nighter to do this, and then I just jumped in again now to do more. So yeah, just remember guys that it's not always like this, but the bad experiences do definitely make you appreciate the good ones. So let's jump in now and have a look at the replay. So let's start on the first lap here. We'll run through just the carnage on first lap, and then we'll fast forward to some of the incidents and interesting bits. So I was a little bit hesitant here. I was hanging back a bit, just wanting to make sure we didn't get a concertina at the start. So I did get caught napping a little bit off the start there, lost touch, and you can see even third place there's dropped quite far back. So just taking it easy. There's been a lot. I mean, I had 4 races this week where I didn't even make it to the start line. So that was the reason for that. Just trying to make sure we made this race count. But we had a decent gap behind us at this point, coming down towards Eau Rouge. So I wasn't too worried about what was going on behind me at this point on lap 1. I carried quite a bit of speed there, which meant I had to compromise my mid-corner a little bit, but I actually got a pretty decent exit there. Gained quite a bit of ground. I wasn't sure exactly how much grip I would have. First lap is quite sketchy around the circuit. It's a little bit deceptive because your turn-in's okay, but then mid-corner, you tend to float a little bit. So just wanted to take it nice and easy. Just from experience, doing so many races this week, I knew lap 1 can be quite sketchy. And at this point, I still believed that I had the pace to win the race. Like I could see what people were doing, and I could see that they were around about the same pace as me. So I thought if the field stays compressed, I might actually have a chance at a win. But it's probably about midway through lap 2, I realized, no, the 3 people that were in front of me were actually quite a bit quicker, and it became more of a race of just trying to put in consistent, good lap times, you know, throughout and making sure nothing happened. Let's fast forward a little bit now to some of the interesting stuff. Okay, so lap 4 now. This is where I knew the race was on with Greg. Started to lose touch with the cars in front of me by this point, realized that I just didn't have the pace to stay with them unless there was an issue, which actually turned out there was later on. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. But tried to compromise Greg's exit a little bit there, slowed up a little bit too much on the apex just to make him have to back out, and then I could get the power down before him. It's a trick that I use quite often when I know that somebody behind me is slower than me, and I probably shouldn't have said it because now everybody's going to either flame me or know that I do it and then use it against me later on. But you can see, didn't really help too much in this race. He had the slipstream on me well and truly. Car number 6 as well. I was keeping a keen eye on him. So alongside, and he was actually slightly in front of me on turn in, but left the room, around the outside, plenty of space on the outside, and that gives me the inside line for the next turn there. So had to watch my exit here too, because I knew he'd have a faster line on the outside, so come straight across to cover my inside, back around. And yeah, you can see like he's doing all the right things there. He's trying to, you know, focus on his exits, but because I'm covering all the lines, just didn't get an opportunity. All right, so tail end of lap 4 now. Coming up into the bus stop. So tail end of lap 4 now. Coming into the final chicane. Again, I knew he had slipstream. I knew I was in trouble here. Wasn't sure exactly how this was going to play out. So I kind of tried to cover off the inside line, not knowing whether he was going to try and dart to the right or the left, and wanted to make sure I did leave enough space. Decided to go for the outside here. Try to get a switch back on me, but I managed to keep enough power in the apex just to keep him slightly behind. Did get a little bit of traction control there though, which gave him a bit of a run along the outside. And this was the part where I knew he was alongside me, but I couldn't see him. I knew he was there. I didn't get the call from the team radio, but I knew he was there because I could see number 6 behind me in my mirrors. So again, a little bit of a slow up on the apex, try to compromise him a bit there, try to compress the field at this point too, so he'd have to switch to defense. And then back down the straight again through Eau Rouge. This is, I think, the closest he was. So I wasn't sure if he was going to try and make a move, but I knew he was driving sensibly by this point. I knew I could trust him not to do something really stupid. So that enabled me to be a little bit less aggressively defensive, I suppose, than I might otherwise be. But again, good run. Both of them had a run on me this time. So just trying to cover the inside line. And again, just covering off those lines, trying to focus on my exits without compromising my mid-corner too much. And I knew again he was going to try and dart down the inside because it had worked for him almost the lap before. But a little bit of a touch this lap, I think. Yeah, a little bit of a tap there. That gave car number 6 the opportunity. Let's just follow with chase cam there, see exactly what happened. So let's have a look in slow motion here. No engine sound, but it'll give us a better look at exactly what happened. So I was trying to sort of squeeze him towards the outside to open up the corner as much as I could, but obviously making sure I left enough space as well. And okay, so I was understeering a little bit there, but he did turn in more than he probably needed to. It was probably just a bit of a misjudgment there on his part, but he was lucky he didn't get speared off into the gravel. That definitely could have ended badly for him. But one of the things I'm trying to focus on at the moment, let's just rewind again a little bit. Just going to play that again because one of the things I've been focusing on this week is trying to leave a little bit more space when I do squeeze cars to the outside. I've had quite a few incidents in the previous weeks where I've left enough room, But, you know, I've been really, really close and, you know, it's ended up in an accident. So trying to leave a little bit more space there, be a little bit more respectful and just try to avoid those incidents while still making sure that I had the apex there. So I was turning it, I was understeering a little bit, but I did make sure I slowed the car up enough. And again, just focusing on my exit, trying to make sure I could get the whole shot out so he wouldn't get a run on me. So let's fast forward again. So tail end of lap 5 now, we had pushed Greg back into the pack a little bit now. So I had a little bit more of a gap. Didn't have to defend quite so aggressively. Trying to concentrate on getting a good exit out of the final chicane here rather than compromising my line under defense. So he was slipstreaming, he was gaining, but I didn't have to defend on the inside. He did brake quite a bit later than me, but I knew as long as I kept my line and kept a fast exit, I'd be okay. Did get a little bit wide there on the exit, and he's actually compromised there. So let's have a look. So following along with Greg here, and I think he just outbroke himself. He braked quite a bit later than I did, probably a good 10, 20 meters later, and just outbroke himself, ended up losing. But he did have the apex still, oh, close there. Got to say, really clean racing, which is a first for this week. But let's just follow on board with these guys for a little bit here, coming into lap 6 now. So nice slipstream there by car 10 along the outside. I've got a bit of a break here. I'm about 1.2 seconds ahead at this point. Oh, outbroke himself. Does he make the apex? He does. A little bit of a touch. Jeez, I'm so lucky to not have cars spearing off into the gravel. It happens so often here. Oh, there's that other slow car. Let's have a look at what happened to car number, what car is he? Car number 11 as well. So he was in 3rd place. Let's just quickly have a look at what happened to him and then we'll come back to the battle. Okay, so end of Camel. Oh, I've done that so many times. When you transition, the weight just gets away from you and it just pendulums around. Oh, it's so unfortunate. I've done that at least 3 times in practice. Haven't had it happen in a race, but yeah, had it happen many times in practice. So I feel for you, buddy. That sucks. That would have been a 3rd place for sure. So let's get back to the battle again now. So I'm the lead car just ahead. You just saw a flash of me on the screen there for a moment. Wonder how overheated his rear tires were. Did he get a touch again? No, not quite. What's going to happen into the final chicane? Man, this was an exciting race all over the place, wasn't it? Awesome. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? Oh, he's got the speed. Look at that. All over him. Yeah, he should have this. He should have it. Yep. Nice. Well done. Well done. All right, let's go back to me again for the final lap. So we're riding on board. We're following along behind Steve now, following me. So this is now the battle for 3rd position. And I hadn't really had him behind me much, so I wasn't sure how our pace compared. Just again, trying to cover off my lines. I knew at this point that it was likely that he might take a dive. And because I didn't know where he was fast, where he was slow, just trying to, again, make sure I covered off all my lines without being too slow. Just to make sure that I was being consistent. But, oh, carried way more speed through the apex there. And then coming into final sector now. Again, I felt like I had it at this point. I was just trying to focus on getting the perfect exit out of the next bend. I knew this is where I was going to be make or break. If I screwed up this exit, I knew he was going to be all over me and take a dive down into the final chicane. But we had a decent exit. He was gaining. I think it was about 0.6 delta here. 0.6 of a gap. Oh, he was getting close. Look at that closing speed. Oh, man. I'm so lucky I held on to this. So I wasn't sure if he was going to go for the inside here, so I tried to cover him off, force him to the outside, and just make sure I got a really fast exit again. Yeah, he broke late, and I knew that if he braked late to try and go around the outside, that would be it, and yeah, race done. I don't know how we held on to that third, but we did it. Let's have a look at the results. Okay, so top split, strength of field 22.30, which is quite a bit higher than I am at the moment. I keep on saying my I rating should be around about the 2100, 2200, I think, based on my raw pace. I just keep on having a lot of bad races, which, you know, is partly due to my own racecraft, and I'm not trying to make excuses for that. But yeah, I think on raw pace, generally I tend to be around about the pace of guys that are around 2200, I rating 2100, something like that. So you can see we were punching here. If we scroll down a little bit, we had Sergey out in front, 3200. What was his best lap? A 218.6, which was about the same as mine, 218.845 there. So who was the fastest lap of the race? 218.4, 218.5 right down here as well. So yeah, I mean, we were pretty well paced compared to the other guys. I know the really fast guys around here were doing mid 217s. I know that's what Dave Cam was doing as well. Bloody aliens. So let's have a look here. How do we do? Plus 11 on our safety rating. We did have a 0x race. I think we were, oh no, one other person had a 0x as well. Amazing that we managed 0x. We even did have that little bit of contact there as well. But yeah, we got a plus 91 back up to almost 1900 again. We did dive down to 1500 at one point this week as well, just through being taken out before the race had even started, about 4 races in a row. But yeah, look, happy with that result. Definitely punching above my weight there, as we knew from the pace. I was definitely having to defend very hard. Greg ended up quite a bit further back there, unfortunately, too. So that's unfortunate for him after a pretty good battle there. But yeah, I think, well, look, you got to go all the way back to 11th position to find somebody with a lower I rating than me. And even down here, all these guys had quite high I ratings than I did too, apart from 1 or 2 people. So definitely punching above my weight in that race. Definitely feel like I got the result that I deserved, though. From some sensible driving there, not being too much of a pussy this race either. Like, I was getting my elbows out, I was driving, aggressively, defensively where necessary, but, not being an idiot and not taking unnecessary risks either. And that is the result. So really hope you enjoyed that, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, make sure you are subscribed too, so you don't miss out on future races. We are going to close out this season. So we do still have 6 more races to go. Some great tracks as well. We also have a league race coming up this weekend as well. I think it's this weekend. Yeah, it should be this weekend. I'll put the details in the community section on the YouTube channel anyway. Same track and same car combination. So that's going to be a lot of fun racing with the Boosted Media clan. So stick around for that one as well. Unfortunately, it is too late to join in for that one. But if you do want to check out our community races, head over to boostedmedia.net. All the details are on the page there. I'll put a link down in the description below for you guys too. But thank you very much as always for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And yeah, keep on enjoying iRacing, guys. I know it can be frustrating at times, and it has been a really tough week this week. But as you can see, the good times definitely are better appreciated by going through some of the struggles. So enjoy it, guys. Happy sim racing, and I will see you again soon. Bye.